to begin? Where to begin? Oh, where to begin? And why am I little? The hell? I have no idea. But okay, it looks better at least. So we have a couple stories today. I'm going to start. We can start out with a couple different ones. Let's go ahead and start with David Hogg because you all hate the dude, and rightfully so. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with March for Our Lives. It turns out that March for Our Lives is in their death throes. They are actually laying off like almost everyone that works for them is going away. They are getting laid off, and that is a good thing. What I think is going on here is that a lot of the money when they did the whole USID thing got cut, and now they cannot afford stay in business because that's exactly what it is. So they are laying off a lot of their people. They have 16 they have 16 people that's working for them. Out of the 16 people that work for March for Our Lives, 13 are being cut. So March for Our Lives is going to consist of 3 employees, which is not enough to get anything done. So everyone but besides 3 employees are going to be cut. So that's basically it. And also David Hogg left too. So they're going to announce a new leader. It's probably one of those 3 people. So that means 1 leader and 2 people, which is basically their organization's dead. So rip March for Our Lives. See you later. Glad not to know you anymore, and have fun getting down that road of having to find real jobs because March for Our Lives is not a real company. They are just a front group for Michael Bloomberg. And when you're a front group for Michael Bloomberg, when they can't siphon money off USAID to you, you lose. And that's exactly what's happening March for Our Lives. They are lost, and this comes to us from the reload. I am going to put it out there because we should give credit to the people who write this, and this was filed by Stephen Kotowski of the Reload. Pretty good guy, very good guy actually. So give him the credit that he deserves for doing that. And that is the smaller of the breaking news, but that's just a little taste to get your taste buds wet. And now let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to go ahead and share this here. This is directly from the DOJ. I don't know if you can see this. I'll blow it up so you can see it maybe. And I just did the wrong one. Awesome. All right, let me go back over here. No, that's too big. All right, whatever. All right. Protecting the Second Amendment rights of ordinary law abiding Americans is high priority for this administration as part of the broader review of restrictive firearms related laws in California and other states. The Department of Justice Civil Rights Division today announced an investigation into the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department to determine whether it engaged in a pattern or practice of depriving ordinary law abiding Californians of their Second Amendment rights. A recent federal court decision found that the law and facts were clearly in favor of 2 private plaintiffs who challenged the lengthy 18-month delays that the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department had imposed when processing their concealed weapons applications. And the Civil Rights Division has reason to believe that these 2 plaintiffs are not the only residents of Los Angeles County experiencing similarly long delays that were unduly burdened or effectively denied the Second Amendment rights of the people of Los Angeles. If you don't know, this is a GOA case where they sued Los Angeles over the delays in concealed carry permits. 18 months is absolutely ridiculous, and they should put New York on notice. The Supreme Court has repeatedly recognized the Second Amendment is not a second class right. Thank you, Judge Thomas. Judge Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, Associate Justice Clarence Thomas actually said that. And over the past 2 decades, the Supreme Court has recognized that the Second Amendment is a fundamental individual constitutional right and have taken multiple opportunities to strengthen Second Amendment protections for ordinary law abiding citizens. Some states and localities, however, have resisted this recent pro Second Amendment case law, and California has been particularly egregious offender. In response to recent Supreme Court case law, California enacted new legislation to further restrict the ability of ordinary law abiding Californians to keep and bear arms. Many California localities appear to be imposing additional burdens beyond those required by California state law, including by subjecting ordinary law abiding Californians to expensive fees and lengthy wait times associated with applications for concealed carry handgun licenses. This is good. What was the win percentage from GOA? It has to be high. Yeah. They do have a high rank. The Justice Department would not stand idly by while the states and localities infringe on Second Amendment rights of ordinary law-abiding Americans, said Attorney General Pamela Bondi. The Second Amendment is not a second-class right, and under my watch, the department will actively enforce the Second Amendment just like it actively enforces other fundamental constitutional rights. Attorney General Bondi hopes that the states and localities will voluntarily embrace their duty to protect the Second Amendments of their citizens. But if necessary, today's announcement will be the first of many similar investigations, lawsuits, and other actions involving other localities in California, the state of California itself, and any other state and localities that insist on unduly burden or effectively denying Second Amendment rights of ordinary law abiding citizens. All right. So here we go. This is exciting. This is not only putting California on notice, but it's also putting other places on notice. For example, in White Plains, I have a contact up there that applied for a pistol purchase permit, and you need to get a permit to be able to purchase a pistol. He has his interview because you have to go through an interview process, which is absolutely ridiculous and I believe unconstitutional. His interview is not set to happen until February of 2026. And he got this like a couple weeks ago. So it was like almost a year out from the time when he turned in his application to when he has his interview with the police department, almost a year. And that's totally unacceptable. So if I was White Plains or any other place that has undue delays like that, I would definitely be totally worried because the DOJ, they can bring down the heat. They can fine you. They can actually arrest you. They can come in and take over your department. They can do a lot. They have a lot of abilities to do a lot of stuff. And Lightning Scott says a right delayed is a right denied, and 100%, 100%. So that is a good thing. And Pam Bondi's not the most pro 2A person, but I think she's having a lot of pressure. Her chief of staff, on the other hand, is very pro 2A. So I think that a lot of that might be coming from him because he is definitely pro 2A. He actually reads AMLN, by the way, which is kind of really, really cool. So we'll have to see exactly what happens here. But it's good that the investigations are starting before any type of action can be taken. They have to do a proper investigation. The states have due rights too. I know it's not whatever. But yeah. Bondi versus Vanderstock, 100% agree. That was a travesty of justice, and that's all on her. They can still make it right by having the ATF withdraw their rule, but we'll have to see what happens there. I don't think that they will now that the Supreme Court ruled And I think the Supreme Court verdict in Bondi versus Vanderstock is a tragedy. The reason why it's called Bondi versus Vanderstock, even though Vanderstock is the one who sued, the DOJ under Garland, but now under Bondi, appealed to the Supreme Court and filed for a writ of certiorari. They petitioned the Supreme Court for a writ of certiorari, which means the Supreme Court to hear it, and they granted it. So that's why the uh, the person, the petitioner, gets listed first, and that's why Bondi is listed first on that lawsuit and not Vanderstock. That was a loss, but they can still make it right by having the 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 ATF pull the roll. There's nothing against that. They can just pull the roll themselves, and hopefully they will. And that's what we need to push them to do since we did not win in the Supreme Court, is have the ATF pull the roll and return polymer 80s to the forefront of the gun world and also other 80% arms. 80% arms, they make some awesome stuff. There's a bunch of companies that make awesome stuff, and I really, really want to see those back on the market. But until the ATF pulls a rule, there's nothing really we can do. So we got to keep the pressure on to have them pull the rule, and I will. But saying that, this is a confrontational politics. And in confrontational politics, you have to do two things. Uh, even if they do pull the rule, they got the no, not it was an APA challenge. So if they pull the rule, they pull the rule. It's just the same result. But what I'm saying is this is confrontational politics, right? So in confrontational politics, you have the carrot and the stick. When they do something bad, Vanderstock, you punish them, and that's what we did yesterday. We called them out. We punished them. We said this is unjust. This is crazy. This is not right. This is anti 2A. So we punish them. But when they do something good, we brag out. What's up, buddy? But when they do something good, we have to give them their credit. So yesterday they did something bad. Today they did something good. So we punish them when they do something bad. We thank them when they do something good. And in this case, they did something good. Yesterday they did something bad. So it goes both ways, right? We are looking at actions here, and this action is good. Yesterday was bad. I don't know how else to say it, but that is where we stand right now. Let me do this. Yeah, but I agree. Trump Bondi is not prudent 2A as everyone like to think. I don't think that either one is 2A at all. So yeah, there you go. If anybody wants to join me, jump on in. I'm only gonna keep this up for a couple more minutes. Dark has a show in approximately 40 minutes. But I just wanted to give anyone a chance to jump on in because I haven't done that in a long time. I'm just a dude playing a dude. There's G-Webs out there. If you haven't checked out G-Webs, you really need to check out G-Webs. But this is a good start. Hopefully, we'll see lawsuits like this and investigations like this everywhere. Um, yeah, 10 p.m. sharp, dark time, which means probably 11, whatever. So we're gonna have to see where this goes. I'll dark and wake him up. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll have to see where this goes, but I think this is gonna be the first of many different investigations going on by the Civil Rights Department because guns are part of civil rights. The right to bear arms is a civil right. It's a human right. But we'll have to see. All right. The yin yang, the yin and the yang gang. What's up, Walter? Walter runs Safety Harbor Firearms. If you haven't checked out Safety Harbor Firearms, I really, really suggest that you do. And with that, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, and I promise I'll be covering the DEA ATF thing that might be going on. But with that, like I said earlier, I don't want to see them merge. I want to see the ATF defunded Then I want to see them have all their power stripped, and then, finally, after they get defunded and get stripped of all their power, I want to see them abolished. And with that, we are out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and, tune into Dark, DLD After Dark tonight, and I think that oh, hold on, we got someone. Oh, wow, what's up, buddy? Can you hear me? Think your mic's muted, buddy.
Okay, how about now?
I can hear you now. What's up, buddy? I haven't ever seen you join one of the streams or anything before.
We love you, Susan. Oh, I'm not on my own channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Dead.
It's ask me later. Okay, I got a question for you. So this I called ATF back in 2005, 4 or 5, something like that. I asked them a question. Said it was about a part, an automatic part for M16 bolt, right? And the ATF agent I'm talking to, this has got to be illegal, blah, 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 blah. He says, no, it's not. It's okay. It's just a part. Everything's fine. But he said something to me in that conversation I thought was very profound. He said, if you build it at home, how will I ever know about it?
I would say we should know about it. So there you go.
How would they know? Unless I live stream myself doing it. ATF, how are you ever going to know what we did at home?
Well, that's the whole entire purpose of 3D printers, right?
Right. Okay. Go ahead and kick me out of here for paying customers. I had to get that out. They'll never know what you did at home anyway. Unless you do something exceptionally stupid, like one guy. Let's talk about him some other time.
Yeah. Don't post your crimes.
Don't post your crimes.
Even though I don't believe that technically they are crimes.
People
want to know who you are. Tell everyone who you are.
Oh, mandatory carry.
And you have a YouTube channel, which I'm subscribed to.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to be live until like literally I'm crashing in on looking for something else.
I didn't know I was going to be live either.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm sorry. And so I don't even have a real shirt on. I have my undershirt on there. I don't have a wrenchy, so you're gonna have to do it for me there, John.
Yeah, Doge the ETF.
Doge,
you don't have a wrench?
I don't know. No, literally, this is the first time I've seen you live, and like maybe the 5th video I've ever seen, bud. Because we love you, Susan. I'm not on my own channel, so I'm not going to finish the quote.
Yeah. I'll give you a wrench so you can post whatever you want. Just give me 1 second, then you can post your channel.
Yeah, you can take it back in like 5 seconds. But yeah, it's a simple question. How would the ATF ever know? How do they know you made a toaster in your garage either?
You're an admin.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I did not know that.
Yeah. You've been one for like over a year.
And I had to resubscribe. We love you, Susan. I had to resubscribe to a channel I was already had a wrench on.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. And with that, we are out of here, and have a great day and good night. And I promise tomorrow I'll be talking about the DEA ATF merger thing that the DOJ is hinting around. And his channel is right there. He posted it. So check him out. All right. See you guys later.